Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSB Racing Friday Night Winston Cup Series. I'm your host, Sean Reap, from the frigid foothills of Long Valley, New Jersey, with my co-host, Milt Mantor Jr., joining me from Fresno, California, and we are at the track that has been called the Fish Bowl. Rusty Wallace has called it flying a jet fighter in a gymnasium. They bill themselves as the last great Colosseum. But Dale Jr. put it best when he said, "It's Bristol, baby!" And that's where we are, Bristol, Tennessee. My favorite short track by far. I don't know, Milty, how do you like this place?
Pretty good Dale Jr. impersonation, man. I like it.
It helps that we're both 40-somethings that sound like we're teenagers when we get excited, so.
40-something? Me? Or,
no,
yeah.
Junior. He's not quite 50 yet.
Well, we got a great field here. We got Ken Shea on the starting grid there. And group there. We'll have to see if CCR Techs will be able to get on there, see what his connection is there.
I see you guys crucially practicing the pit road here. There's some quirks to this pit road. This is an add-on track. It's not the original Bristol. It's closer to what we currently run, and this is the SRA add-on version. And it's missing the guardrail, as you see Adam Simonik coming in right there. Where there normally would be a guardrail in the stock Bristol that's not there on the real track. Because here in NASCAR 2003, we are not able to use the rules that the real track uses, where there's a front stretch and a back stretch pits. Under caution, the real cars, the real NASCAR, has to use both pit roads. So you come in off turn 2 and come out in turn 1. Go all the way around the track. Under green, if you're pitted on the backstretch, you can just come straight into the backstretch. Well, NASCAR 2003 doesn't handle that. So guys have to be real careful not to swing out onto the apron while pitting, and also not to let the car roll down into that if you get into an accident or avoid a wreck out on the track. 35 miles per hour all the way around the track. It is an excruciating pit road. And a lot can be lost there to a black flag if you're not careful.
Yeah, as a driver, I'm just worried about the track, all this crazy pit stuff. That's probably why, I made so many errors in the pits. But, I made a lot of errors on the track here, too. This is a tough track.
Yeah, in this version, it's not like the stock. It's got a bunch of different lines that work. We were experimenting a lot on Tuesday night. Obviously, Ken Shea just whooped our butts. But, and Josh Elliker had something for the long runs there, and you see him on the outside front row. Chris Beckman, he's good everywhere. Dave Ellens, a great second row start there for the 115. Having some connection issues lately. Hopefully that holds for him tonight. And we've got the FSB pace car on the grid.
To your cars.
Drivers to the cars, and we're about to kick this thing off. We've got how many laps around this place?
200.
200 laps.
What's your pit window here, boss?
Last time we were here, or one of the times we were here on a Friday night, we actually had 2 rounds of green flag stops. That was pretty wild.
You picked first last week.
Did I pick first last week? Yeah, I think I did.
I don't care if you did or not. I'm saying that. I'm going with the 47 of Josh Elliker. Up on the post there, he runs a limited schedule on Friday nights, but when he shows up, he's always ready.
That's a strong choice, and he was very good on the long runs Tuesday night. Caught me in the closing laps there for second place. But everybody's going to be chasing the 91. If you're at a short track and you're going to give me the 91, I'm going to take them.
Yeah, I would have given them to you because that was the obvious pick.
Yeah. And Josh Elliker, though, making the rare Friday night start. Good to see him out there in the number 47 Pop-Tarts Thunderbird.
Ryan Johnson, see what he do here. He's looking pretty frisky and got in that car, and he's looking for a good result here.
Got Nick Walters in the 14. Haven't seen him in a bit. Good to see the 14 car out there. And green flag in the air.
And be careful about spinning the tires on those restarts. You're in the toilet bowl here now, baby, and so easy to miss these corners from 1 and 2 to 3 and 4, and they're not the same. They're pretty close, but not the same.
They still drive more or less the same, though.
The thing is, you got to mesmerize yourself with hitting your apexes perfect.
And this is a prime example of a track that, as you see, Chris Beckman just pulls over and lets Josh Elliker go. A prime example of a double apex kind of track. And let's get over top of... Whoops. That was...
Technical difficulties there as we spread out single file here now. That's a smart move. Whoa, Josh Elliker sideways. We got John Bates in the house for Tom Jackson.
And I'm sitting here holding down the wrong push to talk.
We knew you'd come back sometime. We were praying for it.
Alrighty.
Dave Dolfer in the house again. Go Chapin Shea.
As I was trying to say, Ken Shea there demonstrating the diamond approach. Watch him come in low, clip, slide up, clip apex again as Jeff Habak spins down and out of the way. No caution. And you see he'll do that both ends. Clip, slide up, come down, clip again, and down the backstretch.
Elliker using that more old school approach at Bristol, and the mustard was almost off the hot dog there, but he gathered it up. Great save. And
yeah, Elliker's double apexing too, but not quite as big of a swing out as Ken Shea is having here.
His exit is a little bit tighter.
Some guys will try to hug the bottom all around. Some guys will try to stay high through the middle.
A little bit lower and apexing right off that, which is always really scary because if you see the difference in elevation around this track, obviously, so you hit that dark patch right there coming out with your left front or left rear and be in the fence.
Let's see what kind of line Chris Beckman's running here in third. And he's got the double apex going as well. Matt Watkins, that should be an interesting line. He is... oh, yep, he's running the Ken Shea line as well.
Right out here, could be green, smells like green. That becomes a good strategy deal, and I like the chances of the 15 on that deal. You're also, as a driver, thinking here, what pace do I got? How hard am I actually pushing? How hard do I think they're pushing? Because you can get discouraged really quick at this track. If you're pushing hard and your competitors probably aren't, which is very easy to happen here because it's a rhythm track. You get off a rhythm, Ryan Johnson all over the back of Dave Ellens there. A little love tap. His brother's body in pain. Carl, I can fix it after the race.
And you see here, already putting cars a lap down. They're coming. They caught Brett Otto already. Coming up on Ken Hansen in the number 9 car.
Ken is not, admittedly a short track lever, but he's running. Whoa!
Dave Ellens sideways.
Up there, maybe. And the 59 goes around. He does a
caution.
Chitwood and keeps going. Dave Ellens hitting the spin cycle and going, hit nothing. But that tire's going to be angry. But the caution is out. What happened?
About to see.
You also got to be careful under caution here with the short track and the pace car.
Yeah, lots of opportunities to accidentally pass the pace car.
Man, and I'm a driver, man, not a doctor.
As you see there, middle of the corner, the 59 just gets into the back of Dave Ellens. It's right on board with Ryan Johnson here. Take a look. Oh, looks like Dave Ellens shifted in the middle of the corner down to third gear.
He might have got loose in front of him because I just saw the contact. But no, or it sure looked like it. You're absolutely right. I think you nailed it. Something happened there where that thing, you could see the back of the car come up. That doesn't make it feel any better. Another thing I was going to say is we see the leader go in the pit road and misses stall. He's still sitting there. And
Goodness.
He's running rubber, and he goes out with no service.
That's going to make things interesting.
Ken Shea couldn't find his stall, and I was just about to say that. I've had another part of this, bowl here, the Colosseum of all Colosseums, pit road. A lot of times you got to pit on the around guys and very guy there.
That's weird that he gave up so quickly there.
Actually, I kind of had a brain fart there and forgot what I was talking about. So that didn't sound good. All right, I'm back. So is Josh Elliker here with Freshies now and the knowledge of,
He's got 23 lap fresher
sideways.
tires than Ken Shea. It looks like what Ken did there is after those failed attempts, he decided to just roll away rather than lose track position. And maybe he's hoping he can catch another quick caution and those old tires won't hurt him too much.
Well, he's the fastest car on the track, and it's only 24 laps in, and they could go. Tires are not an issue here.
Yeah, they do wear, but your fall off isn't huge.
Dave Ellens, yeah, man, dead gum.
I'm not sure what happened to Dave there, if that was a technical issue, because looks like he's now rejoined the server here. Numerous laps down. No, he's on the lead lap. Oh. I'm behind on the second computer. Anyway, we're back to green here as I try to figure out what happened to Dave Ellens. Yep, Dave Ellens had a received throughput fall to unacceptable level after that caution. So that probably tells you what happened there.
That's insult to injury there. And the 91 takes off and leaves. I don't need fresh tires. I got warm ones. We'll see how that works for him, but we know who this guy is. Yeah. He's Ken Shea, and he mean business. Elker starting to charge the corner a little bit. Wonder, that's what always gets in your head, how do you run the ebbs and flows? Maybe 47 saves some tires here, very veteran, and now those tires might be starting to show there as he gets down on the apron a little bit. Right up on his rear there.
Almost close enough to rattle his cage.
Whoa. Get some in-car here. Can we get some in-car? How about the 47 here? Let's see how close it looks from the cockpit. A rhythm, you don't even, I don't know, I look at that light right there and and then the timing and listen to the engine, that's when you got to get on the binders. Just a little bit though, and then roll to the corner. Resetting yourself here. He's a PJ1 down there visually. Low, down low. Look at that car right there. Wow. Denied. Wow, that's great stuff right there.
And meanwhile, the traffic's piling up behind them. Chris Beckman, Matt Watkins, Roscoe Hurst, Nick Walters, all looking to get something going here. Ryan Johnson in that mix.
We've seen what it looked like in the cockpit there, and once again, Elliker all down on the 91 here, trying to move him out. 91 is not giving it. Finally gets pushed down. Elliker on the apron. He loses.
On the apron, down to third gear.
Now he's got the 41 on his tail. What a battle here. Here comes Watkins. Here comes the 35 of Roscoe. Roscoe P. Coltrane. Roscoe Hurst is.
Yeah, he might have this one.
He's been running on Friday nights. Good, hard, clean racing. Guy knows what he's doing. And you got the 14 right behind him. Nick Walters, honestly liking this.
Yeah, these guys are all bunched up like it's a super speedway. Well, Josh Elliker just can't get around Ken Shea despite being faster here. Oh, there it goes.
I don't know, man. You know, I mean, the 47 showed him like several different corners. I want by, and I'm right on your. I'm not quite there, but you're not giving me any room. I don't know, man. You know. And he did definitely. I don't know. We'll have to look at it here. As a driver, that's what I'm thinking. You know. That's definitely an ink, which in this league you get 2 inks, but that's unofficial because we're broadcasters, not administrators. No, the 47 down pit road. Everybody down pit road.
You can see he was in there going into the corner. He pushed up like you do. So you double apex here, as we noted.
As a driver, I'm thinking, the only thing is, you know, Shea knows he's going to get freight trained there, but you also know that, you know, you missed your pit stop, you know, so you got tires that aren't good, you know. These guys got newer tires. Might have to give it up. That's just my opinion. That's racing, you know. We're here to race, so anybody can second guess anything, you know. We went 8 years trying to win the 24 Hours of Daytona, and finally we did it right. If I had $1 for every mistake I made. Oh, and contacting the pits with Ken Shea and the 41. Did Ken not hit his all?
I think because he was coming in so late to the pit stop.
And he's still trying to get it. Now he's got severe damage in the rear.
Well, he had that from getting backed into the wall.
Wow.
So here was coming to his pit, and you see Chris Beckman rolling out just as Ken Shea got in there.
He comes out sideways. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't be happy either. You know, look, man, when I sim race, I'm so emotional. You know, I mean, if you were on the radio the last race, you know, it's not PG. You know, I think Ken Shea's pulling over now.
He must be getting instructions contradictory to something.
Could be lining up, or could be. Okay, here comes the pace car. He's gonna have to wait.
Yeah, I'm not showing. I'm not showing a black flag for him.
End of longest line. He could be just saying, you know what, I'm going to get in the back here. Because one thing we know about the 91 Ken Shea is he's a class act.
Looks like he's found where it wants him to line up.
Exactly, and I talked about this earlier. One of the snafus of running short tracks in sim racing, and in this sim is the sim gets confused sometimes, and you could imagine that if people are driving all over the world here in 91 just back down pit road. Well, anyway, yeah, tough luck for Ken.
So he did have a black flag.
And we'll see. You know, you never know. Sometimes depends on these tracks. Sometimes they don't clear them. You know, NASCAR is fecal.
Did you say fecal?
Fecal.
Fickle.
No, not fecal. You know.
Wow. Complexion of this race just changed, and
Well, while we were
Roscoe.
mystified with all that stuff, Roscoe Hurst got the lead. Dude can roll. Elliker, same thing here.
Ken Shea serves a stop and go, and he's back on the track.
See, that's where it's at right there. Roscoe, he didn't want to do that, but he knew the 47 was faster there. That's the racing of this guy. Oh, easy boys, easy boys. That was close.
3 wide there.
Roscoe got the bad deal of that, and he got sideways. Might have got the fence. Still great driving there, though. That was the backup, and the 14 with problems too. That was like a backup on the 405 freeway where you're just sitting there talking. All of a sudden, might run in the back of somebody. Roscoe with car control there. They all freight trained. You can see.
Adam Simonik in the 016 being shown the black flag. I think he might be dropping debris.
And Roscoe back to 7th now. I don't care what I just saw from the 35 there, that whole sequence is, how shit goes wrong, But how you handle it, I mean, that was bad, and he could have wiped out the field, and he could have got wiped out, and instead that was great damage control. No, they're set back him in the 14 a little bit. Watkins surveying the situation. What does he do? He wins races and championships, and this year, he's like Tom Brady. Yeah, I'm going to retire. And then he comes back. I don't know. These sim racers run multiple leagues, multiple sims. They come and go, So I'm not going to say it's the end of Matt Watkins, but what Matt has definitely told me and showed thus far is he's racing for a championship here. And he's doing what he does. He doesn't see himself as a very good short track driver. I don't know. You guys are watching right now. What do you think? And these guys that are racing against are really good.
Oh,
finally
Ken Shea's slideways there while passing Tom Jackson.
Elliker finally getting the air on the nose here and not having the, I mean, that's good racing. I'm not saying anything like, malicious from Ken Shea. That was great racing. He gave him enough room if there was just enough room, but so,
Little beating and banging there, and he's on his way
again.
again.
You want to see guys just running around? Nah, they're racing, That's why we lift all those weights. So, new part of the race here, and trying to figure out how far you can go if this thing starts to go green. How's that going to work for you? We got Adam Simonic in the house. What's up, man?
Yeah. How's it going? Got bit by that track of the never-ending cycle of not entering the pit correctly, holding for a black flag, so I just said the heck with it.
Oh, did you come in the middle of 3 and 4?
Yeah.
Yep. That'll do it.
Yeah, that's so frustrating too, and it's very hard with a smaller field. You don't have 40 cars, but 20 cars, but it's still hard to get those laps back.
Yeah, I think I was sitting there ticking at like 12 when I left.
But this hasn't been a terrible year for you. I mean, you've been running well against the best in NASCAR 2003 in the world. I mean, so what are you looking at? Like, what you want to work on and that kind of driver stuff.
I'm just here to have fun right now.
They got the new pedals coming soon, so that should help things considerably.
Well, that's all about the equipment and everything. Sim racers are constantly messing with stuff, and
Oh yeah, there was I had to constantly tweak it during practice driving with the paddles, so it was a tough race to do with it. Can't wait for those pedals, like Sean said.
well, yeah, and that makes it so difficult. I mean, you got to have everything perfect and right to because everybody else is these guys are good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah. Elker gets my pops there, going a lap down. He's stretching his legs here. Oh, 41 gets in the back of Pops. He had nowhere to go, really. He had a car in his outside there, Ryan Johnson, but couldn't quite, at the same time, he misjudged his momentum. That's how quick it is on short track racing. I said the LA 405 freeway, but it's more like the 405 freeway at 140 miles an hour.
Tough track. Hey, thank you for the broadcast, gentlemen. Great job. You all have a good evening. I just wanted to pop in, say hi, and say thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Take care, man.
Appreciate it.
See you next week, gentlemen.
All right, Adam Smonic, driver of the 016, retired for the night here after black flag bug bit him. I don't say really bug, just cascading black flags.
And you've never done sim racing before, this stuff is available. FSB takes on drivers from skilled drivers to guys just trying out sim racing. And it's cheap, and it's a great sim, and it's a lot of fun to drive.
A little housekeeping here. We got 4 cars retired so far. Jeff Habbock was not officially retired. He's still listed as running, but 65 laps down in last place. Dave Ellens retired after his disconnection problems. Adam Simonic, we just spoke to there after his black flag issues. And Ken Hansen has pulled the number 9 car off the track as well. I'm not sure what the story is there.
$16.8 for Elliker, $16.9 for Watkins last lap. Looked like Watkins was closing a little bit. Beckman $16.7, but they vary, and we're talking 200ths of a second. As time goes on, if you think this is going to go green, how are you going to have the speed at the end of that run?
Whoa, slideways there for the 15, Matt Watkins. He was dirt tracking around the center. That's something they do here at the real Bristol too. They sometimes throw dirt on this and run a dirt race here.
He does all the time. Watching him as my teammate, and then watching him run these races for years and racing against him. At least one time, he has to scare the heck out of himself. It kind of fires him up. Hey, you got one of those sticker pecker moments, You're gonna have it. The 47 is on rails here, though, and we know what Kenche had, but really the 47 was on him from the beginning, which, that's a testament to how well he's prepared for this race. Long way to go here. Still got pit road.
I figure we got at least one, if not two stops to go here.
Well, this smells green, and a lot of cars already, back farther than they wanted to. Roscoe's fought up one spot to 6 there and battling the 14. Both of them just really, that was a bad sequence for them. The further back you are on these restarts, stuff could happen. Now, they have the pace, but they're back too far, and now they're battling for position here, which even if you don't want to, you kind of have to at this track. You're either going to run in the back of somebody or they're going to pull away from you. '75, Andy Wilhite getting lapped there, but this is a good run right here. It's a chance for him to finish one of these really tough races and get a good finish. I'm sure they'd be really happy with that.
Went back and looked. We restarted on lap 45. And so I think you can get about 75 laps to run maximum here. I'd say they can do this on one stop. Potentially. Actually, you have to extend a little past 75.
Great job.
See if they can do that, or if they do it in 2 stops.
Here comes Matt Watkins.
Here comes that man.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus.
I'm going to step aside and take a quick break here and be right back.
Colosseum kills me again.
Brad Otto, my Fresno buddy, what's up?
Well, first off, congratulations, sir, on your 24-hour race. That was awesome.
Oh, thanks so much, man. All about the team, man. All I had to do was drive around for about 3.5 hours and not wreck it. So I was able to do that. The rest was all them, man.
Well, you guys have been working at it for a lot of years, I know, so that's a big win.
Absolutely. It's an FSB win too, because we're FSB also, not just Donkey Bop, and we'll always be FSB, and that's a big sim win. In our racing, without Le Mans being because of contractual stuff here, we got some battles here on the track here, but Daytona's the big race, and can't believe it. I
That's
really
awesome.
can't.
That's awesome. I'll let you get back to the broadcast.
All right, brother. Thank you.
My hip is saying no to the break, so I'm done.
Yes, old guys, knees, hips. Sim racing is tough.
You're right. Have a good night.
Hey, Brad.
Hello? Hello?
I'm sorry there. Somebody random came into the our TeamSpeak. Hello there. Just got banned. Good thing I have the power to do that. So anyway, Tux, maybe you wanted to go racing or something. We're seeing some racing right here as Matt Watkins is closed down on the 47 of Ellicott going through traffic here.
No, you're quick on the draw, no. You're quick on the draw, man. Quick draw. Good job, man.
Hey, you like that? I still have some admin skills. That's Sam Young, ladies and gentlemen, or boss. He pays the bills around here. Yeah, still got some admin skills here. This battle here, Beckman's still in the mix here, but man, the farther they get away from you, the more it's hard to you got to drive the track, and I'm not saying that because I was very good here, because I wasn't. Here comes Matt Claus. Well, Watkins has been doing a lot in a lot of different sims and leagues. This guy's all over the place, and whoa! He gets sideways and hits the wall. Just as we spoke right there. Coming out of turn 2 right there. Catching that pavement right there. You want to clip that baby, but it's so hard for 200 laps. Well, see, this is Bristol, and you're not running this fast here. Probably not going to be much damage, but definitely track position here. And I know this guy. Yeah, there's damage on that right side. Yeah. If he was to win this race, it wouldn't be the first guy that got damaged, but that was a pretty hard lick.
Unfortunately, the aerodynamics not terribly important here at Bristol. The game doesn't tend to, simulate bending chassis parts and stuff from those hits, so it should be okay. I would acknowledge the chat window tonight. Ken Suska, good to see Ken checking in. John Bates cheering for Tom Jackson. Dave Dolfer, Christy Jarek, both the Jammin' J fan club checking in, and of course Danny Falcon, who still hasn't figured out how to change his name back from Robotic Jester after his kid did it. Cheering on Matt Watkins, his teammate right there.
That's my boy right there, Danny Falcon, definitely.
And of course, Jim Ray,
we call him DFL.
The founder.
You can figure out what that means.
I think I can.
For you adults in the house.
And of course, we got Jim Ray, the founder of FSB, and captain of Donkey Bop Racing.
Well, it was such a shame for him to have to sit there and watch while we won that race, but not that. Oh, and Matt Watkins loose again. That car's really going away from him. Ellicott is just running such a pace here. It's like, he's running 17.2s now. So tire dang is an issue here. And, how how much longer? Like you said, they're going to split it in two.
I think if they can get to lap 125, they should be in good shape to go to the finish.
Watkins still charging though. Dude is relentless, man.
And you see the difference in their lines. Matt Watkins is entering lower.
They like in his DNA, you know. He should be in a real race car, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you see Matt Watkins enters lower and tries to hold it lower through the center of the corner than Josh Elliker does, and that could be making all the difference in the tire wear here.
I want to throw a prop out to Jordan McGregor, my teammate too, and also
McGregor!
running the real modified, and you can check him out on YouTube. FSB driver. So with that, I'm gonna, hit the little green house on the side of the track. I'll be right back.
All right, Milty. Don't fall in. Actually, it looks like Matt Watkins has started to reel Josh Elliker back in a little bit here as we've been talking. He's gotten to under a second back. Half a second now. So we thought he was fading for a bit, but now he's rallying. He's figured something out in that car. You see him swinging up just a little bit higher in the middle. You still get an overview there of the gap as they go down the straightaways. And meanwhile, Chris Beckman is reeling both of them in. Elliker, Watkins, Beckman all running in the 17.2s that lap, though. Elliker 0.05 faster. Everybody else is running in the 17.5s and slower through the field. Tires definitely starting to wear here. Fastest lap of the race was a 16.4 earlier, so almost the second fall off by now. Ken Shea trapped a lap down. Running just as fast as leaders. Josh Elliker to pit road here on lap 122 of 200. So either they couldn't make it to the window or this is the window. We'll see. Either way, your leader to pit road after leading the last 80 laps.
That was what I was going to talk about.
Oh, there's a cluster on pit road.
Around and he's got to navigate through.
Andy Wilhite is backwards.
Elliker pulls the cucumber and the 75 Wilhite. Don't know what happened there. Did a great job. Don't pull out until it's clear.
Here you go.
It had the effect of 43. What is 47? Sorry. What is Matt Watkins going to do?
Matt's riding it out for now. Meanwhile, Chris Beckman to pit road. You see what happened there. Tom Jackson was pulling out of his stall as Andy Wilhite was coming down pit road. And that's where the collision happened.
The thing I was going to talk about after I got out of the porta potty was as he gets loose again. Come on, man. If you're scared by a dog, like Jim Ray always says.
Ken says that's a late model.
And he gets loose again. I mean, this guy has got no fear. Lap times are almost a second
Here he comes.
than his speed. And here he comes down pit road. One of the greatest I've ever seen in 20 years of sim racing on pit road. Every time I say that, something happens. But here he goes down pit road, 35 agonizing miles an hour. Tick, 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 tick. Looking on the scanner. We got takers now.
I think Roscoe Hurst was the last car not to pit so far. Maybe Roscoe was the first one in. That got him out in front of Josh Elliker. Let's see how this cycles through.
The Monsoon Motorsports crew has always done that right. And that was a really smooth pit stop for the 15. However, he is losing some time here. We'll have to see how it pans out. I think he's going to have to beat Josh this way or no way, but I don't know if it's enough staying out later. He was hoping for a caution.
It's like the standings have stopped updating for me.
The Watkins showing in third behind the 35 of Roscoe Hurst.
Oh, there we go.
Fifth.
Alright, finally caught up. Took a long time because of the size of the track. Josh Elliker does, in fact, inherit the lead, and he's 3 seconds up on Chris Beckman, who is in turn 4 seconds up on Matt Watkins. So staying out like that has dearly cost the 15
Well,
car.
that's Damian Gottstilla, Kevin Lewis, the greats from the past, Dave Hackman, a lot of great drivers. The undercut, they call it in today's world. You do that because you think you feel it's going to go green now, and I need to get that advantage, even though they'll have better tires later, and it'll be too late. And Elliker has done everything right tonight so far. On rails, that car he has battled for position, and he wasn't afraid to do it. Yeah, he had a little contact there, but he was racing hard. You know, you always wonder, how do you want to attack a race as a driver? 200 lap here at Bristol, it's, elbows out. Let's go. And you see the aftermath of the green flag pit stops with guys going backwards and stuff, and guys having better and worse pit stops than each other. Then you're starting to see battles here. Beckman and showing P2 here. This has been a solid run for him. I called him the champion. I think this guy's going to win the championship this year. That's the ultimate jinx, but he has delivered thus far. You go through that melee of green flag stops and everything, and you get to P2. Yeah, you want to win this thing, but he stayed in the top 5 that whole run. Walter's paddling back. Then we got the, I don't know, man. He's the king of FSB here. Pops Markson. This guy races all the time. He's been doing it forever. Definitely the longest tenured FSB driver ever. Still has fun, still competitive. Been through all kinds of health problems and still gets out there and battles every night. when I grow up, I want to be like Pops. Watkins in P3. What's his plan here? He's running as fast as he can. 16.799. Best time 15.45. 5.45. Dealing with traffic. Looks like him and Roscoe. Roscoe's showing P5, and Matt's right in front of him showing P3. Ed Shea still trying to stay in the top 10 there. Great battle by him to stay with it. And it just shows you the class and the, calmness. He did definitely burn him down when he came out of pit road because he was pissed. I would be too. But shows you what this dude's about. Johnson P4. All these guys would love to have a caution. Except for the leader, Elker. He still running 16, high 16s. Well, that was the thinking at the end of our 24-hour race was with Jordan McGregor getting in the car, our best driver. And did you say something like, hey man, we got the lead. You don't do that to your driver, Try to slow down. You're definitely gonna crash. You gotta run your rhythm. Now, as far as backing up corners a hair, and as a driver what you need to do. Right now, it's just cruise control for the 47 here and bring it home. But there's a long way to go.
Chris Beckman has knocked a little bit off that lead, though. He's within 3 seconds now. 2.56 back.
Yeah, Beckman running high 16s too, and the thing about Bristol is just chopping off those tenths and hundreds. If you can do it consistently, they add up quickly because it's a small track. Great run here for Tom, P8. Tom Jackson, 87 car. Car tracking seems to agree with him. Man, he would love a top 10 finish here. Belfer in P6 there. That whole sequence before the pits stops just seemed to get him behind a little bit. If they could take this or maybe get a top 5, of course, like I said, all these guys definitely want to see a caution. As long as it's not them. Hard to see that with the field spread out now. As we speak, Jay working the 63 with a beat up piece. Looks like he got kicked in the butt right there, definitely.
See that White Castle? Yep, caved in on the back.
Jay is such a stud, man. I'm a huge fan, by the way.
Chris Beckman's starting to lose some of that ground he gained. He's falling back to 2.8. Matt Watkins in third, all the way 10 seconds back. Ryan Johnson, nice solid top 5 run going here, shown in 4th place. And Roscoe Hurst, first car lap down, is in 5th. On a lap of his own.
But he gets by the 15 which is, I don't know, I say it over and over again. I don't know what else to say except the 35 of Roscoe Hurst can drive. And that's not just how fast you are, it's being a racer, understanding stuff. This guy is seriously good, man. Everybody makes mistakes. You're going to make one. I haven't really seen him. There's the broadcaster jigs. Just seems to have great race awareness, I mean, when you live, well, I do tile, but other than that, I live, eat, and breathe racing, watching it, pretending to be a race car driver, broadcasting it. I love it. And when you watch a guy like that, it's pretty good.
Ryan Johnson's about to be put a lap down by your leader here, which will leave only the top 3 on the lead lap.
Well, it's no surprise what Josh Elliker can do, and Josh has been around long enough to have whipped my butt too. So, as I raced against him, and when he shows up like this, better be ready.
Like Ryan Johnson's picked it up a little bit here. Motivation to stay on the lead lap, although he's got 30 laps to hold this guy off.
Yeah, he ran a 16.890, so with some work on those tires, so that was a serious lap. Now it's 17, so tire day is starting to come here. Elliker is smart. He realizes, I gotta bring this thing home now. Dude's running a good pace. You don't need to pass somebody if, they're running the pace you want to run anyway. Then when it becomes an issue, is now it's getting closer. That
So now
typically
Chris
happens when you don't want to let, a guy lap you. You drive the piss out of it, and then a couple laps later, that right front's angry.
Chris Beckman has also started to reel him back in. Yes, we know robotic gesture equals Danny Falcon. I was teasing you before about not changing it after your kid did.
Well, he's a pretty busy guy. Yeah.
On 25 to go here.
What's going to happen here? And, they cruising. Thing is, what we've seen late in these runs is guys pushing is starting to get loose. And Inche at P8 there is definitely working Dick Walters. This is the race on the track right now for that beat up piece. And, Walters has battled all night. Lap after lap, the focus these guys have to have is, if you haven't done it, you don't really get it here. Let's get some in car with the 91 here.
I switched actually over to the 41 and Chris Beckman as you see him try and reel in.
10-4.
See him try to reel in the 47.
And lap cars, you know, Flops is a veteran right there, so you know he's going to give you that spot. You trust him. But, you know, with any driver, it all depends when you catch somebody. Because they can have the best intentions, and so can you, and next thing you know, you're in the fence.
Hey, Travis Partington checking in. Host of Oscar Mike Radio and a friend of Adam Simonik.
Right on.
Yeah, man, he caught the last 20 laps of the race here. We've been green for a long time, only two caution flags early in the race, and it's been Josh Elliker dominating after the restart. Chris Beckman pulled to within 2 seconds there after the lap traffic negotiations there by Josh Elliker, but now he's giving it right back as he works on Jason Dolfer himself.
Side by side, a little bit of ping. Maybe, I don't know. 41 gets by, there's just not much room. Here at Bristol. Welcome to Tennessee. Sideways to 41. You see the yaw in that car. Wow.
He's digging. He's trying to do everything he can and running out of time to do it. Tom Jackson will get up and out of his way as best he can.
You know, what happened to the old digger cam, you know?
I think
You can
what,
run over.
yeah.
We don't have a digger cam.
We don't have a digger cam here, and I think one of the reasons Fox stopped using it is because you have to be real concise with your pronunciation of that one in a hurry.
Yeah, I never even thought of that.
And you got Larry Mack excited there. You could easily hear that possibly sound like something else.
Wow. Dolfer. Day going A.
And Matt Watkins is still just a few seconds away from being lapped himself here. 12 seconds back. I think he'll stay on the lead lap. He's hanging in there. Solid podium run here, and it's supposed to be his swan song.
Basically almost running over people at the beginning because of his pace behind without the air on the nose, and now that 47 is just whooping him.
He gone, but another half second's gotten knocked off the interval again. I still think that's going to be too little too late for Chris Beckman and the Buttermobile.
All it takes is one bobble. You finish first you gotta finish.
A caution at this point will get restarted. There will only be 3 cars left on the lead lap, so they'll all get tires and they'll all go for a shootout. As you get to within 5, it gets questionable whether it'll restart. I think next time by, you're going to have to say next flag ends it. As here we complete lap 195, 5 to go.
I've been in that position in the 59. You got a fast car, but then again, you know, it's 5 to go. You don't want to be in the way of the 41 if he gets to you. You just have to race, and then when you feel him coming, you got to give him the spot. Because you want to see a race here, but heck, the 59 has got pace to get around the 47, so that makes it more complicated. You just can't get out of the way here. 47 does.
Oh, we got a...
the 14.
Wow. This is a race back to the caution. And that ends it.
Straight away, I think it's over right there. Josh
It definitely is. Josh Elker's going to win this under caution. We're still on 2003 rules here. Wow, what happened there to Nick Walters? Nick was having himself a great run inside the top 10.
Oh, that thing was on fire. Get out of that thing. Terrible.
So here's the 14 car, Nick Walters. He just clips the outside wall, probably with the wheel turn. That sent him... Oh my goodness, Rusty Wallace flipped there. Fortunately, he did not just eat a ham sandwich.
Oh my gosh.
And that just destroys the car instantly. Black smoke of death pouring out of it. Watch that again here. He was running 7th spot. He's just pushing it, trying to get to Tom Jackson, and... Ooh. It is one of the more brutal single car wrecks you're ever going to see at Bristol.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Pace car's back in. We are, taking the checkers under caution. It's official. Josh Elliker wins, leading 150 of 200 laps.
Love taps from the competitors there. What a great race.
Yeah, that's a sign of congratulations and respect in sim racing. You just roll up next to your race winner and try and knock their door in. But he's gonna burn it down, and I think he got every right to after that dominant performance.
Thank you, Travis. Yeah, it's definitely very cool.
And a little bit of Kowicki Polish victory lap. That's something Josh and I have in common. Both big fans of Alan Kowicki, and likes to do the Polish victory lap for him.
Absolutely. Our buddy FSB Monkey Bob guy, Dan Suska, definitely likes to use the Polish victory lap.
Alan did it.
He was there, yeah.
Yep, Alan did his last one here, too. Well, not counting the championship one. His last one for a race win was here at Bristol in that 1992 Storybook Championship season. So that wraps up here from Bristol. Your top 3, again, Josh Elliker, your race winner, Chris Beckman in 2nd, Matt Watkins in 3rd. Only other 2 cars on the lead lap there. Hey, Sean, your camera's there, and it always has been. 4th place, Ryan Johnson 1 lap down. Roscoe Hurst also 1 lap down. And Jammin' J Dulfer 6th place, 3 laps down. Ken Shea ended up 4 laps down after pit road fiasco, the contact on the track, the black flags. Just a tough way to end what started looking like the car to beat. Led the first 35 laps there. But, man, racing can be cruel.
Absolutely. It can happen to you, and it can happen to you again. Yeah.
Don't you know it? Let's get those points up. I think that's last week's points that should be coming up on the screen.
All right, we'll see if we can grab up the podium here.
Stand for, and I'll get my windows in post-race mode here, which are being finicky for some reason, because why not? It's not like anything else has gone smoothly. There you got the victory lane shot. Josh Elliker in the 47. I don't know if these points are up to date or not, but Matt Watkins came in with a 17-point lead over Chris Beckman. And wow, that was the quickest podium gathering ever. Take it away, Milty.
Well, we'll start with Matt. And you're right in the mix there, but every time off of turn 2, brother, sideways, again and again, man, that had to be scary.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just care too much about the corner, but it gets snapping loose, and I finally overcorrected. Tore down the outside wall, and then that was all she wrote. It was hot garbage after that. Couldn't turn it, couldn't do nothing. So happy with third. Good job, Josh and Chris. They did a good job.
Well, yeah, you still came home third with the car you claim you couldn't do anything with. I think that's pretty good for Bristol.
Yeah, you think damage really wouldn't be the biggest deal here, but man, once I tore down the outside wall, I could not turn in the corner, and so I just stayed out hoping to get a caution on that green flag stop, and didn't get one. They were a little too clean tonight, but yeah, still come out third. So yeah, I was happy with that.
Well, you know, what I was thinking, it was Matt Watkins is going to pull a vintage pit stop off, but Josh Elker had different ideas because he nailed his and he undercut you guys. Stayed out a few laps there. Do you regret that, or you're hoping for a caution?
Yeah, no, I needed a caution because I knew my car was toast. Once we got fresh tires, so I was just hoping to get a caution because those guys were gonna blow by me with that damage. So yeah, I was hoping for a lucky caution, and
Yeah.
I just took a super easy pit stop, just no mistakes, and finished third with it.
Yeah, well, it's a great run. Is the type of run championship runs are made of. So good job there, Matt. Thanks for joining us for the post-race show here. And then we got Chris Beckman, P2 in the Buttermobile. You were reeling him in, then you'd give it back, you'd reel him in, and give it back. Do you think you could have got him if the caution didn't wave there, or did you just need just a little more?
No, I think I would have needed a good another 25 laps, probably, honestly. Josh was running really good tonight. I had a feeling that when he was running behind the 59 there, maybe he was just, driving as fast as he needed to at that moment in the race. I can't say that for sure, but we had a good run. I was just racing the track all night. I felt like I was just trying to run consistent laps and let everybody kind of come back to me by making mistakes. Matt did a good job. I really wish I could have led a lap before those pit stops, but he did a good job staying out and keeping me from getting a lap led. And I think, probably we finished second with about a fourth place car tonight. So pretty thrilled with that. Just kept it out of trouble, kept the car clean, bounced off the wall a couple times, but I think that's pretty normal for Bristol. So
Just a scratch.
yeah, just a little ding, no big deal.
Well, the good news is we are sponsored by a body shop, so they can go to work on that for you.
Yeah, Brothers Body and Paint will pound that right out for me, no
Yeah,
problem.
we thought he might, get himself some business there.
Yeah, he might have. Bristol. Yeah, Bristol keeps the body hangers in business. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun race. Want to thank Highline Racing as always. Thank you guys up here in the booth. Appreciate what you guys do. Everybody at FSB here. Fun race, and it's not easy when you're trying to chase Matt down in the points. I think he's probably the most talented driver we have here, and but I'm gonna make him work for it. We'll see what happens.
Awesome.
Well, that's what happens when they drop an alien from another planet in amongst us mere mortal sim racers. All right. And then you got your winner there, fresh off a solid second place run Tuesday night. Great run there, Josh. Gotta touch on the early race there with Ken Shea and get your perspective on how all that played down.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. The only blemish on an otherwise great night. And you don't normally see the bump and run happen on like lap 60. You normally would think it'd be on the last lap here. But he missed his pit on that first pit stop. And he had old tires. Yeah, he was on old tires and I was on new tires. So I knew I would probably run him down. And I did. And I kept trying him on the inside, didn't want to dive bomb. I felt like I was on the inside of him a couple times, and then he would keep pinching me so that my left side tires would get on the black on the apron or real close.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think Milty said it to me, right after the race, or Smoke told me. It was so close. It was,
Yeah, we weren't going to call that one.
I mean, I feel like it was me. I have to go back and watch the replay. I know the real drivers always say that after accidents, but I'm going to have to go back and look at it.
The thing was, you were the fastest car, and you were just trying to keep off of people, really. I mean,
Yeah.
it was pretty, when you talk about Ken Shea, you're always thinking, he's going to run off and leave this race, and he did it at first.
Oh yeah, and then
But
I thought
then,
I knew that I had to get by him there. He was on old tires. I had to get by him, or else if a caution came out while he was in the lead, we'd all pit. He would be right back on sequence, and he'd run away from me. So that was gonna be my shot, not to wreck him, of course. That I feel bad about. But...
Well, it was great TV, and
oh, I'm sure
you could have wrecked him like 2 or 3 times before that, and he didn't. So, but that's just good hard racing, and
yeah, and I feel like after you do something like that, you got to go out and win the race, or else
well,
it's all for
he's
naught.
such a class act, so you never want to wreck a guy like that,
No, absolutely
but
not.
then he, with a beat up piece, he still put on a show.
Well, it seems like you picked up on something in the second half of the run on Tuesday in the chicken run, and you came back and charged back to second, and it looks like you carried that over to tonight.
No, I was complaining the whole way during practice on Tuesday night that I was out to lunch and I don't know how to run this version of Bristol, and I owe it to my teammate Shane Wisman. He told me what he was running as far as steering ratio and everything. I gave it a shot, and it felt comfortable. And then
once
we had
you get that zone, you're like, holy crap, man.
Yep.
Now I understand.
And then all it took was a nice long green flag run on Tuesday, and then I felt it come in, and I got the rhythm of it, and I knew where to run it and how to run it, and then I was like, hey, if I have an opportunity on Friday, I got to come out. I don't often get to run these, maybe once a year. Nice to put the best paint scheme in FSB back out on TV.
Yes, sir.
And so I felt like this was a track I could do something with, even with, the Ken Shea and Matt Watkins and Chris Beckman. I knew they were going to be tough.
That's the thing, is when you win something like this, you race against the best, and that's what makes it so satisfying.
They make you earn it.
Awesome. Great run. Thanks for coming out, man, and thanks for popping in the post-race show. Hopefully you can get a couple more starts in this season.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Maybe make a full season run to it sometime soon.
Life's busy, but like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, when Josh Elker shows up, he's usually well prepared. So
I try to be. Well, thank you so much for hosting. Thank you for putting it on, and it's always fun to come out and run a bit against the best of the best.
Awesome. Well, great. Again, thanks to our podium finishers, and thank you for coming up here. Great run, guys. You're third place, Matt Watkins. Second place, Chris Beckman. And your winner, again, Josh Elliker in the 47 Pop-Tarts machine. Makes you want breakfast at 11 o'clock.
It's always time for a Pop-Tart.
It's always time for a Pop-Tart. Especially, oh man, memories of high school and college there. So thanks everybody for tuning in here and joining us for this race here at Bristol. We're at Michigan next week. So we keep going from the short tracks to the big fast tracks to the short tracks again. Nice little
house that Roger Penske
back and forth, yeah.
One of the houses.
That's in the backyard of Motor City. Thanks everybody for joining us out there in YouTube land. Like and subscribe and sharing, keeping this thing going. 20-year anniversary here of NASCAR 2003. We thank our league owner promoter Sam Young, keeping the league going here. Ryan Johnson, our series admin and sponsor. Brothers Body and Paint, putting up the hardware these guys are racing for. And thanks as always, Milt Minter Jr. joining me in the booth, adding the most colorful color commentary on YouTube. So until next week at Michigan.
My face is red, so if that's one color, I guess it's red. Yeah.
Just like your Budweiser cans. So until next week, we hit the midpoint in Michigan in this season 45. And FSB Friday nights. I've been your host, Sean Reap. I'll see you then.